And now, News 4's Weather Extra with meteorologist Ryan Duggar.
Welcome into Weather Extra. It's finally here, Memorial Day weekend, and many likely have some travel plans, and a lot of people likely going to the beach. I'm going there myself, but we wanted to revisit what some of those colored flags mean and what you should do when you see them. Meteorologist Zach Webster has more on that.
School's out, temperatures are turning warmer as we head throughout the summer. That means we'll likely see several beach trips down to the Gulf Coast. As you head to the coast, you'll see one of these, at least one of these flags flying on a flagpole. Before you get to the beach, here's a look at what those various flags mean. Green flags are not very often seen. There's always some sort of risk as you head down to the coast. So green beach flags not very often used. That usually means low hazard, low surf, usually calm waters, and a low rip current risk. And again, that's not very often used at beaches. The most often flag you're going to see is a yellow beach flag, generally a low to a medium hazard. Moderate surf, a low to moderate rip current risk. You just simply want to use caution if you head out into the water. Things start to increase a little bit more from there. If a red beach flag is flying, that's often moderate to high hazards, rough surf, moderate to high rip current risk. Swimming is not necessarily not allowed, but generally is not advised when red beach flags are flying. Double red beach flags, the water is closed to the public, and if you enter the water while double red beach flags are flying, that can be punished by fines or arrests. And the purple flag, you may see this flying with any of these other flags listed. That means dangerous marine life. Normally, this just means jellyfish for us out along the Gulf Coast, but it could also include stingrays. You also want to be mindful for that if you see any purple beach flags flying.
David's mentioned this before. I think in my time here, I've never actually seen a green flag flying at the beach. They always want to be cautious in case those rip currents are active. And yeah, you want to be out of the water, especially if there are double red flags. You want to avoid those fines. But I also figured it'd be good to kind of look at where we could possibly see some rain, especially throughout the southeast and over the Gulf Coast over the next few days. So I took the locations off here just so we could get a better look at the rain that makes its way through. So we got to kind of use our geography skills right here. But over the next few days into Saturday and Sunday, we'll likely see there could be the chance for some pop-up stray showers in parts, especially for areas along the Gulf Coast. You get that onshore flow, and that can allow for some uplift for showers to develop. But it won't be likely a total washout. We don't have really the energy for scattered showers and thunderstorms. There could be some rain around for parts of Mississippi into West Alabama, and also the Florida Peninsula could see those pop-up showers and thunderstorms. They have two sides of that onshore flow, and that helps showers and thunderstorms really converge and lift from the center of the peninsula as well. So if you're going down there, keep that in mind. But over the next few days, we could still see scattered showers and thunderstorms, a little bit of that batch of energy for South Mississippi later Saturday night. Into Sunday, we'll see a little bit of better rain chance for us into the Wiregrass, where we can see a little bit more of that batch of energy from North Alabama make its way in. So that could provide a few showers and thunderstorms for us, while parts of Arkansas can see more of that scattered shower and thunderstorm coverage. But then into Monday afternoon, we kind of see that this system starts to develop for parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, a little bit more of that scattered shower and thunderstorm coverage. It's a hint at what is to come for next week, where we can have multiple waves of energy allowing for showers and thunderstorms spread throughout. But again, along the coast, you can also see the chance for a stray shower popping up day to day, especially if you are on the beach. But also with the beach too comes the sunshine, and likely we're going to be seeing for tomorrow a UV index of 10. And here's a list of the sunburn times we can see. I know for me, honestly, I could argue that I'm paler than the pale skin right there. I feel like I burn after 5 minutes in the sunshine. So it's best to have sunscreen always on standby, apply frequently, especially if you're planning on spending a lot of time outside as well, because you want to avoid those sunburns, especially as hurtful as they can be getting inside, and you don't want to be hurting the rest of the Memorial Day weekend. But when we come back, we're actually going to be taking a look at the temperatures we can see for the next several days and that potential cool down we can see later next week. Stay tuned.
And now, News 4's Weather Extra.
Welcome back to Weather Extra. You know, those temperatures in the lower 90s have stuck around even after that drier air pushed in. We'll likely see that continue into the Memorial Day weekend and into next week, but there is the potential for slightly cooler days in sight, and it really all depends on this trough that we'll be watching out for next week. But right now we're seeing a little bit more of trying to see a little bit more of a zonal flow. We see a little bit of that trough dipping down towards parts of the mid-Atlantic, but as this moves into next week, what we're going to be watching out for is this trough right here that really develops over the northern part of the country. And then as the week continues, we can actually see that start to dip down very far south, and what that could provide is some slightly more mild temperatures for areas of the mid-Atlantic and into the northern parts of the southeast. But of course, I say this, we were watching out for the potential for cooler nights in the 50s last week, but that trough stayed a little bit farther to the north. So take this with a grain of salt as we continue to watch it as well. But over the weekend, we'll be seeing plenty of those highs around the lower 90s, likely lower 90s for us into tomorrow. Still more of those 90s spread throughout the southeast as well. We'll see that likely last through much of the Memorial Day weekend, but then as we watch out for some of those rain chances to start building into next week as well, that could help cool things down where scattered showers and thunderstorms spread throughout our area. That could take some areas farther to the north in parts of Tennessee to the upper 70s. Jackson at 72 right there, likely due to some of those showers and thunderstorms that could be present that day. This could take us down probably to the upper 80s. It all depends on where those showers and thunderstorms really lie. Where it can remain dry, we'll likely see temperatures trying to stick around those lower 90s, but that cooler air that the showers and thunderstorms provide does spread out. And then this is after that trough really dips down. It really takes a lot of these temperatures down to the upper 70s, for us down to the lower 80s. What we'll likely see is, even though these temperatures are definitely cool, especially for June at this point, likely taking these temperatures farther upward for more areas to the north, probably going to be in the lower to middle 80s, for us still in the upper 80s, but a little bit cooler than normal. But that's not our record for the lowest highs that we've seen for that time of year. Actually, these are the lowest highs that we have seen for the last days of May into the start of June. More of those days around the lower 70s, and we could likely see, again, that was actually associated with rainfall that was around for those days as well. So even with that rainfall, that's what helped cool things down. We'll likely still see temperatures around the upper 80s even after some of that drier air comes in. But that's it for Weather Extra tonight. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Until next week, have a great night.